Hi. In the last video I uploaded, I talked about all the things that I'm thankful for. One of the things I mentioned was mistakes. I recorded it on Wednesday, and little did I know that a few hours after I recorded it, I would realize that I had made some of the biggest financial mistakes of my life. So while I've been in Maryland, one thing that I've been doing for income is tutoring. Towards the beginning of November, I received a text from someone who found my ad on Craigslist. She was interested in having her son take some physics lessons from me. Her text was in broken English, which I thought was a bit strange, being that her name was Reverend Becky Howard. But I decided to give her the benefit of the doubt and talk to her about the lessons that her son would have. Over the next month, we emailed back and forth about how we were going to get started with her son's lessons, but I learned that her son wasn't living here yet and that he was going to move here. She offered to pay me up front for the month of lessons so long as I would transfer some money to her nanny who was taking care of her kid. I found this suspicious also. However, she seemed desperate. When I received the check in the mail, I was suspicious of it, so when I deposited it, I wanted to make sure that the check went through before I did anything with that money. I had to use an online deposit because there's no US bank near where I live, and that was the first time I've done that. Mistake number 1. I received 2 emails from US Bank. The first one said that the deposit had been received. I didn't take this to mean that the check had been cleared, but that it had just been received. A few hours later, I received another email. The email said that the check had been approved and processed. I assumed that that meant that the check had cleared and that the money was in the bank. That was my mistake. Mistake number 2. In our emails back and forth, I asked some questions that she never answered, and I didn't follow up on them because I just forgot. Had I followed up on them, I would have realized that it was a scam. Since I thought the money was safe in my account, I transferred some of the money to this nanny. Later, I was trying to finish up the transfer because I didn't do it all in one piece. The ATM showed that I had a negative balance in my account. When I got to a computer, I checked the account, and the check that she had sent had bounced. All the money that I'd transferred came directly from me, and not from her. I made 2 mistakes. 2 mistakes. And now I'm out a significant amount of money. I mentioned that I'm thankful for my mistakes, but it doesn't make them any easier sometimes. It's just money. I'll survive. I'll get through. But it hurts. I don't think that trusting her was wrong. I don't think that was my mistake. I mentioned that she seemed desperate, and she probably is. Why else would she resort to something like this in order to get money? In a last-ditch effort, I emailed her one final time. I requested that she send the money back, but with no expectations that she would. I expressed that I forgave her and would be praying for her. I hope that she will find good use for the money. Mistakes hurt.